about ready to get started on making some sort of realistic looking honeycombs. I've seen some different soapers do this method. I'm not sure if there's a video out about how to do it, but I've certainly seen them on soaps, and I think they're just so cute, especially if you're doing something that's like a, you know, honey inspired kind of design or something along those lines. So, okay, let's get started. Basically, you want to have some melt and pour glycerin. You're going to heat that up, and then we're going to add some, I'm going to add some 24 karat mica along with a little bit of some glitter to make it kind of sparkle, and we'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to go pop this in the microwave. Alright, so here we go. It's already got a little bit of color in there because I just used this bowl to make some more earlier. So you just want it to be you know, liquid enough so you can start adding some colorant. And here we go. I'm just going to do a little bit of that. My 24 karat mica. And this was purchased. It's not through Nature's Garden. Nature's Garden Candle. I keep forgetting what the URL is, but I got this from the glitter haul in my other video. So check that out if you're interested in any of these glitters or micas. I'm going to add a little bit of Rose Kiss just to give it a little extra sparkle. I think that's real pretty. Okay, give that a little mix up, see what we got. Okay, so typically I kind of overstirred it. You really don't want all these little bubbles. They'll go away after a while, but you know, they're not really that pretty when it dries on the bubble wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like now once we get it on the bubble wrap. I'm going to move my micas out of the way. Okay, so you want to pour right in the middle, and you want to kind of just make sure it doesn't go too far outside of your bubble wrap like that one's about to. You can make it thick or thin depending on what the kind of look you want. I have a little bit of both in the picture that I just had before you saw this video. So it kind of all depends on what your style is, what you're looking for. Trying to get my shadow out of the way. These kitchen lights are horrible. I have those like studio kitchen lights, so it's just right over me. Alright, so that looks good. I'm going to let this just kind of chill for a little bit and set, and when I come back I'm going to show you how I cut it up and how I attach these little busy bee workers on it, so it kind of has a little cute little added touch to it. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so here is our pour that I just took it out of the fridge, and as you can see the bubbles that I was talking about, that's why you kind of want to make sure when you're using this to stay down deep into the glycerin, so that as you get higher and higher up you incorporate more air into it, which gives you these bubbles. If you don't want that, just make sure that you're sticking this all the way down into it when you stir. Alright, so I'm just going to pop this out like so. And when you flip it over, that's what you've got, which is kind of pretty. Let me grab a knife real quick. Okay, so what I like to do is just sort of trim off my edges so that I've got a good square piece to work with. And at this point, you can really cut it however you want. I think it'd be kind of cool to do like a hexagonal shape even to mimic more of the honeycomb itself. But if you're looking for something simple and you don't want to go for that hexagon, I just sort of square it off. And then I make little wafers, little triangle wafers out of it. Okay, so now that I've got my wafers and my spare pieces, what I'm going to do next is kind of get them arranged so that they're all sort of the same way. And they don't need to be perfect, at least not for me. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to my shapes. I think they kind of look mostly honeycomb anyway, even if it's cut off or anyway. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna reheat up my melt and pour, and I'm gonna use it as a glue with my pipette to glue on my little bees, so stay tuned. Alright, so while that's heating up, I am going to just chop off a little bit of my pipette to make it easier. Wow, that just flew. To make it easier to move the melt and pour up into the pipette. So let me pull out my nice and warm glycerin. Here we go. So I'm just going to take a little pipette full. I put a little bit, a little bit on my B, and then a little bit just on the top. And it's okay if it spills around. You're going to clean that up when it dries. So I just kind of move it out of the way. There we go. Push it down, move it around. There you go. And you just push it down, move it around, and then you're good to go. Alright, so while those three are hardening up, I'm going to clean up a little bit, and I'll show you what they look like when they're all done. Okay, so it's going to stick just a little bit to the paper, but if you just kind of go underneath the paper a little bit and push up, that way you can take it off and then just sort of clean up the edges. And then you've got some nice little busy bee workers on honeycombs. You can put this on your soaps or any kind of decorations. I think they're super cute. So if you like this video and other things like that with making certain soap embeds, toppers, you name it, I'm all about trying new things. Just go ahead and subscribe below, like the video, and check out some more videos that I already have in my channel. Y'all have a great day and happy soaping.